Thank you for watching part 2 of our investigation into Asheville's jaywalking incident that went national regarding a jaywalker named Mr. Johnny Rush and Asheville police officer Chris Hickman. In part 1, we illustrated how Asheville City Council ordered the Asheville Police Department to issue tickets to jaywalkers. After Officer Hickman's body cam was leaked to the Asheville Citizen-Times, local political activists were vocally upset and implied that Officer Hickman was a racist. Officer Hickman was later charged with felony strangulation, assault, and communicating threats. Officers tell the Leicester Leader that Officer Hickman was simply doing his job by using techniques taught to police officers when arresting someone that resists arrest. These officers are now concerned that if they apply the same techniques to subdue someone resisting arrest, then they could possibly be charged like Officer Hickman. When people are arrested, they sometimes won't go peacefully.
Put it back now! Can't put it back now!
Officers are trained in different techniques to overcome someone resisting arrest, and there are policies that officers have to go by. A review of the Asheville Police Department's policy manual says, a chokehold is a physical maneuver that restricts an individual's ability to breathe for the purpose of incapacitation. However, it says this does not include a vascular restraint. Officer Hickman is charged with felony strangulation. Did he choke Mr. Rush to the point that he could not breathe? And what is a vascular restraint? To find these answers, we enlisted the help of one of the top martial artists in the state. Her name is Leanne Hensley, and she owns the Fighter Within Mixed Martial Arts Studio in Hendersonville. Leanne is certified to train officers how to defend themselves and make arrests when someone is resisting.
Right now we're focusing on grappling, which is a lot of ground fighting, a lot of ground defense, weapon retrieval, a lot of holding, trying to de-escalate situations and keep their guns and everything still on their body. So the first one will go with an esophageal, where you're trying to focus right here on the windpipe, okay? You're going to use this bone, which is your forearm. You're going to compare it to like a lead pipe. So you want to put the lead pipe right across his throat this way, okay? This arm is going to come up. You're going to grab your tricep this way. Turn your arm. This hand is going to go to the back of the head and push it forward, okay? To where that feels like this is actually caving in. It's a different kind of pain.
Okay.
Okay? Vascular?
Yep.
Okay. Vascular, where it's different, is you're focusing on the sides. So not only are you squeezing this way, you're pushing both blood and air out of the body. So this is where they go to sleep, not necessarily feel as much pain difference from the esophageal choke. So the way that you do that is a lot of the same. You go here. Okay, this way Chase can put his chin down into the elbow, and he can get air that way. He can even talk this way. The other way he cannot.
To experience the difference between a chokehold and a vascular restraint, I asked Leanne to demonstrate on me. She put me in a chokehold, then a vascular restraint, and then she put me in a full vascular restraint, which caused me to almost black out and be calm.
This, but we'll go nice and easy.
Okay.
Okay, so the first one is an esophageal choke.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Right here, up.
Okay.
Okay?
There was no way I could breathe from that.
No,
There was
totally different
that
pain.
is pain. I could feel the pain from my esophagus all the way to the back of my neck.
Okay.
And I mean, that was, you just had me at least at maybe 20%.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that I would have been able to speak from when you did that right there. I could tell that immediately right then.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Vascular.
Okay, I can still talk, 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 I can still talk.
Gotcha. So I could talk through the whole thing.
Right.
If I was actually being choked with the forearm like you described, there's no way I'd be able to talk.
No.
I see his eyes opening.
All right. I saw the gray.
Come back to the light.
I saw the gray.
But
All
it
right.
didn't feel like that, right? It didn't
No.
feel like a caving in.
And if you heard me
like that I was breathing.
So now that we have determined that you can breathe and speak while under a vascular restraint, let's see if Mr. Rush could breathe and speak while Officer Hickman had Mr. Rush in an alleged chokehold.
Hands behind your back. Here you go. We'll get you. You're kicking me. Stop kicking me. Hey. 429. Here you go. Give me his hand in the front. We'll do it in the front. We're getting on in the back. Put your hand back. Give me out the car. Get me out the car. I'm trying to.
In this body cam footage, officers tell the Leicester leader that Mr. Rush could clearly speak and he could clearly breathe, indicating Officer Hickman had Mr. Rush in a vascular restraint, which is what they say officers are trained to do and is approved by the Asheville Police Department. Superior Court Judge Mark Powell released the rest of the body cam footage to the public, and here's what the judge had to say about what he saw in the video.
I have to be careful how I characterize these recordings, but I think they also show a lot of people doing exactly what they need to do. But the public can decide that because I'm ordering the release.
In part 3 of our investigative report, who is Officer Hickman? The details you need to know. Who leaked the body cam footage and why? Did someone take advantage of Mr. Rush's arrest for political gain? And we examined the arrest video in detail.